Hey everyone. I get a ton of questions about why my team suggests and specifically segregates the camera network from your internet connection that you normally have in your business or on site. The reason why we do that is pretty straightforward. It's a simple security issue where we don't want there to be a cross-pollination there, especially if we have things like firmware or 0 days or anything else on the camera system that could possibly cause a little bit of weakness on your normal network, and vice versa, the other way around as well too. What we've done is I have a little bit of that we'll go through here in the video, but I've also put together a post that's basically a primer, goes through the basic terms, why we do the things we do. You can find that in the link below on our website, so ztiadvanced.com.au, where I have all my learning information on. But let's just break it down really quick. There's really two things that we're kind of talking about here. Now, the first is that camera systems, ironically, tend to be very vulnerable devices as time goes on. So one of the biggest issues is that they don't get firmware upgrades and software updates the same way that your other systems do, and hopefully your other systems do. Hopefully you're keeping all your software up to date. Because camera systems tend to be a little bit more isolated, they tend to sit there on the firmware that they are working, and if it's not broken, it doesn't get fixed. Now, we obviously suggest that you do periodic checks of updates on your firmware. If not in a preventive maintenance program, then maybe something else that you've worked out with your security provider. But we need to kind of keep that in mind, because there's a lot of situations where the camera system, ironically, is actually the door in which cyber attacks can get through. So specifically older firmware where there's known vulnerabilities, if they don't get patched or updated, it's something that's going to cause a problem, or has the potential to cause a problem, right? The other side of that is that we also worry about the overall bandwidth within your network going to your internet. As we move into this modern camera systems, we're talking about cameras. It could be anywhere between 4 to 120 cameras, all running in 4K. We can do things like reduce frame rates and things like that, but for the most part, the resolution tries to stay up there so that you're getting that quality that you're paying for. And what that's doing is that's constantly streaming through the network. So if we separate the camera network with your network, then that constant traffic over here is not affecting how quick your internet is over there. We can still have a point in between, which if you go through our post, you'll see a little bit about that, where we talk about security routers and firewalls and some other solutions as well too. So you can still get to the cameras, but we don't want that constant streaming bogging down your network. So just kind of catch up on that two things there. Really, you should have your camera network, and which should include your security and access control, separate from your normal staff internet or your business internet. If it's on a home, chances are the system's pretty small. It's probably not going to matter. And if you're in a large corporation, there's other things that go on there, and the cameras tend to get moved back into the safety of the corporate network. But for everything in the middle, so we're talking small, medium, and even larger businesses that are non-on-site IT, really we should be separating them out. So go ahead and go through the link below to my post, have a look at it, read through. But yeah, it's something for you to chew on. Anyways, you guys have a great day.